Well, happy Easter, everybody. What I did this weekend was I separated my okra plants and my tomato plants. Since I had 2 or 3 in each pod, they were getting kind of overrun and falling out, so I took them out, separated them, put them in these little planters I got from Ace Hardware, and they're like $2.50 for 12. They're biodegradable, and put them in there. Also had some boxes, so I kind of just cut the tops off those and put more plants in there to give them some more room. Everything's looking pretty good. I got cucumbers in this hanging basket. I'm going to try that, and I'm also going to plant some in the ground by the fence and have them run up that and see which one does better. Potatoes are still covered up. They haven't peeked through today. They were peeking through a little bit yesterday, so I put some more dirt on top of them. My grapes are doing pretty good. They're starting to vine a little bit. I need to figure out where I'm going to put those. And then today, what I did, let me go back here to the garden and show you. I went ahead and plotted where I'm going to plant everything just to make sure I have enough room. So my corn's going to go back there in the back. My tomatoes are going to go up here in the front. And in between the corn, I'm going to go ahead and plant the squash and zucchini, since the corn has to be in rows of 3 feet apart. And from what I understand, squash and corn are really good to plant together. So I'm going to do that, and then I've got my onions here. Now the big ones I got from my neighbor, but the ones I had planted are starting to come up too. All those little ones. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to plant the okra back there in the back. I'm going to plant the beets right here in front of the greens, and then I'm going to have a row of eggplant going across here, and then a row of eggplant going down here. And then of course my strawberries are going to stay there. Those are from last year, and they have a lot of little strawberries and blooms on it, so I'm kind of excited about that. And then in this entire area here, I'm going to plant the pumpkin and watermelon and let them kind of just grow together and vine. And I think what I'm going to do is plant the cucumber along this fence and let it kind of just vine up the fence. So I'll plant, a few plants of the regular cucumber on this end, and then I'll run into the pickling cucumbers on this end and plant those there. So we'll see what happens, if they grow better on the fence or if they grow better out of a hanging basket. I'm really not 100% sure. Last year I had them in the ground, but they didn't grow straight because they were sitting on the ground. They grew kind of crooked. So I'm going to see if they'll hang on in the hanging basket. I think they'll actually do better on the fence, but we'll find out. In the meantime, it was really hot today. It was really hot this weekend, and I heard somewhere that Good Friday was the time to plant, but I'm still going to hold off and just make sure that's not going to freeze again before I put everything in the ground, because I don't want to lose all these plants. So until next weekend, I will see you guys later.